Hello and welcome to Garden Talk for the weekend. Something wasn't right there. Yeah, so I started this, but then I didn't have the mic on, so it's back on now. Anyway, I was telling you that that first shot there, that was of the microgreen tray that we're about to take out and get rid of the old stuff. So to begin the new stuff, you need fresh Coco Coir. We get our Coco Coir from a place called Microgreen here in Tucson. I know it's backwards, sorry. But we use that. That's what we used when we used to grow microgreens for restaurants here in Tucson. And now we don't do that. Outside leaf got in there. But you have to soak this stuff. So this will not be ready for today. I will have to simply show you guys another time how to do that. I wish it would be ready by today, but it'll be ready maybe later tonight. So instead, I'll show you what you do when you're wanting to get rid of your stuff. But we will fill this up so you can see. You want to soak it up. This was only about a quarter to a third of a big block. This is a block. It's a big rectangle. I think I showed that to you guys in another video clip of what it looks like when it's the whole thing. But because we don't use that much all at once anymore, like I said, when we had this for a business, yeah, we would bust open one of these blocks and we would put it in a container that's bigger than this one, and it would swell up to the size we need, and then we would just do trays. We would do, like, I can't remember now, it was like 80 to 100 trays a week that we were doing. I think it might have been more. That might have been every time, twice a week. I can't remember now. It's been a minute. But yeah, we put a lot of microgreens out. So for this, chunk off bits of it or get smaller bits, but this is the best stuff to grow microgreens in. It's very sterile. It doesn't have a lot of stuff that just the ground and the earth would have in there that could end up kind of killing off your microgreens at that point. So that's soaking. That'll be for later, and that will double up in size probably. Now we move on to what to do with the stuff when you're done. Okay, so you've planted your microgreens, you've got the microgreens, you've harvested them like I showed you in the other video. Now what you need to do is get rid of this stuff, right? So you can literally take these, replant them. They won't all make it, so put a few out and replant those. Try to make them and grow to full size instead of microgreens. Now this area behind me is where we did it when we had a company, and this was all for chickens and everything. So you'd take this and you'd scrape it out with this guy, the dough cutter. That's all it is. Pastry cutter, whatever you want to call it. Scrape it out. Look how it almost falls out when you let them dry a little bit. You do that, get those roots off, put the other one back, and get rid of this one. Now you can just, there we go. Woo, got a little crazy there. So yeah, we've got that. Now we go back over here and we wash these guys. So we still have our stuff soaking there. Once you've washed it, you need a brush and some soap. If you want to sanitize it after that, that's fine. We used to have a whole process because we did it commercially. So You don't need that when you're just doing it for yourself. But don't poison yourself either. Wash them good. So once they're washed, you'll put the Coco Coir that's soaking right over here inside and replant. That's how you do microgreens. So I've got to wash these guys, and I don't think you want to watch that. Okay, we're inside now, and this is the part where I'm going to tell you what you'll need. You will need your Coco Coir, probably some gloves. I use plastic, just like surgery or food gloves. Seeds, we get them from here. We also get them from True Leaf. And the best microgreens, red cabbage, any of your radishes. If you like the color of them, but also they're good antioxidants, as the red radishes. We get Rambo radish. And of course, broccoli. Big one of broccoli. It's a very anti-cancer microgreen. So that's the big one. Trays to grow in. And this is a little skinny, cheap top tray. What you do is you've filled your tray up. You've got your microgreen seeds here. You wet that with water. Take this, you set this on top. And then you're going to stack these, ever how many you have, no more than 15, which if you're doing that, you're growing up for other stuff. So it's a skinny tray that's no holes. Then that tray, we get them from Bootstrap Farmer. That's where we get those from. We get these from like Greenhouse Warehouse or something like that for like 100. So that's something else. You need something cheaper than that. Not $100, but 100 at a time. So you put those together. You've got your stuff. Now you'll want to put. I put this, a big one like this, because what we do, I'll show you that in a little bit, is you need like sorry about that. You need like a 15-pound weight, a paver. You put that in this. It's a good way to transport it. And it sits right in your tray. And that gives it the weight that it needs to compress and everything while it's growing. Sorry if I keep hitting the mic right there. So yeah, they sell those trays at Bootstrap Farmer as well, these big ones like this. And what you do, when you take this off, you're going to have little microgreens, and they'll be tall, but you want them to get a little taller. So you take this one, it lets it air out through these, and it stretches the stems a little longer so that you can cut them faster. Oh, and I don't know if I have my produce knife. Let me see. So yes, so once to harvest them, you'll want to get one of these. It's just a produce knife. I'll hold it up there so you can see it. I think it's like 14 bucks. Don't know where you get them, but that's the ones you want. And you harvest the tops. You just take the tops, put them in a bag like I showed you the other day, and I think that's it. Bootstrap Farmer, that's where we get our stuff. I'm not plugging them. That's just the best place. And then the other little Greenhouse Warehouse or whatever it was. And I think you're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. And take care. Have the rest of your weekend. May it be good.